Andariki Namaskaram. Bhavnara. That's pretty much the last word in Telugu I am going to speak today. Everyone sitting here today is a problem solver. Everyone is addressing the social challenges that a very vast country like India is facing. So I listened to some wonderful speeches and actions that have been taken by several organizations in the morning and in the afternoon. But I could also sense some sense of discomfort with the role the corporates are playing. With full disclosure, I was on the other side. I was with the IT industry, in the corporate life for 25 years of my life. I moved to social sector 10 years back. So there is a change in thinking that I have, but I also know pretty much how corporates look at this aspect. Okay? So what is the problem that we are trying to address? So India is a country of contradictions. We produce 15 to 18 lakh engineers every year. But we also have 12 to 15 lakh children who are out of school. We have almost gender parity at the time of enrollment at the primary school level. But we have 20-25% representation in labor force for women. When you look at the gross enrollment ratio for our country, it shows that 28% only are able to pursue higher education. And that is the problem Vidyadhan is trying to address. It is addressing the AAA factors that are contributing: access, awareness, affordability. And this is an initiative of Shibulal Family Philanthropic Initiative. And you probably know that Mr. Shibulal was one of the co-founders of Infosys. This is a foundation set up by his wife, Kumari Shibulal and Shibulal. And when he asked me to join the program, what he asked me was to scale the program. So what is the program? The program, Vidyadhan, is all about providing financial aid, training, and mentoring to meritorious children from economically disadvantaged families. It started with 2 scholarships in the school where Mr. Shibulal studied, and today we are reaching 10,000 children across 20 states in India, including 1,000 from Telangana. Okay. 90% of our students are from rural areas, okay, and 60% are girl children, okay, and almost 90 to 95% are first generation university goers. And we also have almost everybody studying in government schools and in local language. Okay? So that is the profile of the children that we take. And many may be wondering, why does Mr. Shibulal want other partners? Okay? Because in a country like India, this magnitude of the problem is so much, we need to build strong partnerships. So I would like to share few things that worked for Vidyadhan in building the partnership ecosystem. And I can very confidently say that in 2015, before 2015, we were only in 1 state. And now we are in 20 states, and we have scaled 10 times. That is possible, that was possible only because of the partnership, be it corporates, be it individuals, be it our alumni who came back and supported the new generation of students. So I'll just share a couple of things that has really helped us. One is that, from social sector, we think with our heart. And corporates look at problems logic. That is where the first disconnect happens. And so we need to talk as an implementation partner, we need to be smart and talk the language of corporates. So when they ask for impact report, when they ask for data, how it is being used, we need to have data in our fingertips. We should use technology. And I feel it is very important that the trust quotient is extremely important when it comes to all the parties, be it corporate or be it the implementation partner and the beneficiary. There has to be a three-way trust equity that we need to build. So just to give you an example, when Mr. Shibulal asked me to scale the program and take it to all over India and build the partnership ecosystem, he had one condition. He said, I need more people who believe in the cause, who are like-minded, who are willing to support the higher education of one child. You know, we coined it each one, teach one. Okay? But I do not want a single rupee to come to the foundation. That is the level of transparency that we are offering to the corporates. So if whatever amount that they are paying to the students completely goes to the students. So in addition to the students supported by foundation, the corporates are contributing towards the education of, the funding completely goes to the end beneficiary. So the most important thing about building trust is ensuring transparency. Second, on the technology front, so we got 1 lakh applications last year. And we have a very rigorous selection process, including test, interview, and home visits. And we have used technology every step of the journey. Okay? So that makes us very nimble in terms and efficient in terms of our operations, and at the same time, it gives complete view to the sponsors on where the students are, how well they are performing, etc. Again, it goes on to building the trust quotient. Okay? And the other aspect of how corporates have helped is in scaling our training and mentoring programs. Because I believe very strongly that our children, coming from the background that they come from, lack professional role models. If you ask them what you want to be, when they have just completed 10th, we support them from 11th till they complete the graduation of their choice. Okay, so when we ask them, most of the answers is they want to be either doctors or IAS officers. In Telangana, I mostly want to get into IIT also. Okay? So, but we need to show them what are the opportunities out there in the corporate world. Okay, and so that this is, show them the opportunities so that they can make an informed decision. And we would not have been able to reach out to all these children and scale our training and mentoring programs without the help of corporates. Today, several of them are taking employability sessions for our children, and whenever they are taking it, those children end up with 1 or 2 placement offers before they complete their education. Okay, so there is a strong role for corporates also to play in scaling the training, mentoring, etc. Okay? And finally, what we have to remember also is the fact that, we may have to co-create some of the solutions with them. So the corporates will have a certain focus area for their CSR, and our programs sometimes may not cater fully into what they are looking for. So to give an example, one of the corporates approached us and said, we want a program only with students with disability. Initially, we were little reluctant because we had to redesign our entire thought process. How are we going to give them training? How are we going to make sure that they have employability skills orientation? Because they will not be able to travel quite a bit, so all these are challenges that we had in mind. But we designed it. We co-created the solution, and I'm so glad we did it, because we have now come up with a very strong program to help the differently abled children, as well as reaching out even to their parents, because that's a very tough thing for the caretakers as well. So these are several ways in which we have been able to build the trust quotient with the corporates. And I would also request the corporates to look at it not from an accountant point of view, but more as an HR angle of view. Then how you look at the program will alter significantly. One is about show me the proof. Show me the proof that you have spent so much on your education. The second one is about, how can I make you successful in your career? The answers and the approach are very different, So that I will leave with this. And when it comes to the impact, we have less than 0.5% dropout rate in this program. So everybody who joins complete their education. Okay. Second, we have doctors, engineers, and even civil services. Our first it's a girl student. She is now serving in IFS in Israel. Okay, and we have a girl who spoke at our 25th year anniversary in Hyderabad, a month back. She is Ruba. She is in Hyderabad now, and she met with an accident which left her paralyzed. We helped her to recover from that, and she underwent further trainings. Now, today, she represents India and has won medals for India in Paralympics. We have another girl, Deepa, who came to Bangalore from a remote village when she was 1 year old with her widowed mother with no roof over their head. And they had to depend on food from temple to survive initially. From that position, her mother did not know how to educate her or get her into engineering. She was a very smart, multi-talented girl. And then Vidyadhan happened to them. And I am very proud of the fact that, she invited me for her housewarming. She built a house for her mother 3 years after getting a job. So this is the kind of impact that is happening on the ground. And this is the transformation that these programs like Vidyadhan can make on the ground. Thank you very much. I request every one of you to join Each One, Teach One. It need not be through money. It need not be in large numbers. But if we can mentor a child, if we can give some career advice, if we can be a role model, volunteer, everything will add on to it. Thank you very much.